Yo, Greg Hackett live on YouTube. I named this live "Boxing Isn't Easy." Who lied? The reason I named it that is because a lot of people have have this point of view where they think like if they just pick a gym, go in the gym, and they pick up a few things. They watch a lot of YouTube, pick up a lot of little shit off YouTube, half-ass train, half-ass spar, that they could become a great fighter. You gotta go through the trials and tribulations. You gotta go through the mud with this shit. Like, shit isn't easy for nobody. And everybody try to take examples of great fighters and they try to make their story that story without going through anything. That's not how it happens, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta put work in. You know what I mean? You gotta focus. You gotta listen. You gotta be disciplined. You know what I mean? At all times, you can get caught slipping. I mean, and that's why there's amateur ranks. You know what I mean? Miss Green, how you feeling? That's why it's a such thing as amateur ranks, to leave room for error. Even though we want to be perfect, everybody got this thing nowadays where they want to be perfect in boxing. They want shit to be just right and be on their times. They want to be comfortable. You know what I mean? But that's not how it go. You know what I'm saying? You in this game, you have to experience failure in every game. You know what I mean? We're getting money. You got to lose money before you make money. You know what I mean? Anybody will tell you that. You know what I mean? So, like, in boxing, people think like, people just think, like, oh, I got a famous trainer, or I got a well-known trainer, so I should be cool. You know what I mean? And they try to cheat their way around the sport. Like, you can't do that, man. You got to go through the necessary steps. You know what I mean? You get your hard training. You be consistent. You know what I mean? Don't make excuses because nobody give a fuck. Um, when it's time that you feel like you're ready, or your coach feel like you're ready to fight, when your coach feel like you're ready to fight, you go ahead and fight. You know what I mean? And you do your best. Nobody wants to lose, yeah, but it's like you gotta understand it can happen. You know what I mean? It's a one-on-one situation and it's combat. We getting it the fuck on. Yeah, my man Amsterdam pulled up for sure. You know what I mean? So, like, I want people to stop thinking that this shit is easy. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that because I was on the lower end of things. Like, I caught the lopsided side of things where, you know what I mean, shit didn't go my way. But this shit could. I seen great fighters, you know what I mean, turn pro and average out. They don't really get to the money or get the big fights like they want because it's not what you think. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day, but the actual sport of it, you got to work hard at your craft. You know what I mean? You can't try something one time and then be like, I got it. No, you got to do this shit religiously. You got to do it every day. You know what I mean? You got to be in your bag with this boxing shit every day. And a lot of people seem to think like, you know what I mean? Well, I'm paying my coach this type of money, and my kid should be a great fighter and this and that. First of all, you can't make somebody a fighter. That's first of all, to be honest. Yeah, Jadon Codrington. Yeah, he was a really good amateur, turned pro, started off great, got to 9-0, got knocked out by Alan Green in the first round. This shit happens, bro. Really ain't been right since. You know what I mean? Shit happens. A lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna take pictures and videos. I surround myself around great fighters, then I'm gonna be a great fighter. That's not how it go. How hard is it to get yourself up mentally to train properly every day? To be honest, like, the trick is to stay motivated, like, stay interested. Tell yourself that I'm gonna learn today. I'm gonna learn something new today. I'm gonna work hard today. You gotta constantly tell yourself, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get better. That's hard because in the process, you going through some shit. You know what I mean? You getting in tough sparring. You know what I mean? And I'm speaking from the angle of Philadelphia. I don't know where everybody else is coming from or where they training at. I can't speak on Florida or Jamaica, or I can't speak on none of that. I can speak on the aspect of coming from Philadelphia. It was very hard getting up and going to the gym every day, but it was what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I still do. I get up and go to the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? Except for Sunday, maybe. Saturday, I was in the gym. I'm in the gym Monday through Saturday. I'm getting it on. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching. I'm doing a little bit of training right now for myself, but you know what I mean. Back when I was running, when I was really rolling and I was younger, I was running consistently and getting it in. That shit is hard because your body, you wake up with pains, you wake up with sparring from the day before on your mind, and you're like, man, I gotta get back, I gotta get better. But that's the goal, like to tell yourself you can do it. You know what I mean? But that's if you have it. You know what I mean? Everybody don't have it, and I'm sorry to say it like that, but everybody don't have it. Everybody's not made up of what a fighter is. You could become a boxer, but not everybody's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And a fighter is a motherfucker who just they live for this shit, man. They don't give a fuck what's going on. They gotta be in the gym. They gotta be around that action. You know what I mean? They gotta be seeing who's the next up and coming guy and what's fresh and learning from the old heads and you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make something happen. And people don't want to put themselves through that now. They want it to be instant. They want to be able to say, damn, I've been boxing for 3 months. I took a fight. I won. I look good. Nah, some guys don't fight for fucking 2 years, a year. Nah, you can't substitute jump rope. You can't substitute jump rope with burpees. It's not the same motion. If you don't have a passion for it, don't do it. Yeah, real shit. It's how bad you want it. Real rap. St. Louis checking in. What's up, y'all? Real no return to. We trying to get bro in December 17th. That's what I was, a great boxer, but I don't think in that square circle I wouldn't have been shit. Street fighting boxing. I'll put his head to bed. No shortcuts. Yeah, you can't take no shortcuts with this shit. Listen, I be around great fighters every day. Guys who did it, guys who doing it, guys who want to do it. You know what I mean? Guys who up and coming. You know what I mean? What's the deal? What's the deal? You know what I mean? And people don't understand like the miles you got to put in, you know what I mean? The things you got to sacrifice. You can't eat the things you want to eat. You can't be around the females. You can't hang out with your homies. You know what I'm saying? You can't do those things. And if you're doing them, you can't do it consistently where you're doing this shit every day. That's not a fighter lifestyle. If you hanging out on the corner or you just hanging out late, being out all night, bullshitting, you can't call yourself a fighter. You can't call yourself a boxer. That's not what boxers do. And people don't understand it. They try to cheat. Then or they'll train hard all week, and then when the weekend come, they call themselves letting their hair down. Oh, this is my cheat day. Things like, oh, this is my cheat day. Ain't no cheat days, man. You gotta get this shit in every day. This shit is every day, and it's hard work. And I think when people got caught up watching Mayweather as a finished product, and he's saying easy work, easy work. So everybody just wanted to be easy. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, you doing good for yourself training, but guess what? You're not the best. You're not the best until you're the best. You know what I'm saying? You're not the best until you have taken over the world, which is very hard to do. You know what I mean? But people, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Where people think this shit is just you sign up, you start boxing, and everything's cool. Like, no, it don't go like that. That's not the sport. You know what I mean? It's not the sport. Respect, great answer. I enjoy hearing your wisdom, bro. Chicago, what up? Blue Chip, appreciate you. What's the breakdown on Bud Crawford? I'm gonna get into the fights. You know what I mean? But right now we talking about how people try to enter boxing and just think they're gonna be great just cause that's what they told us. I walk through the door. I lie to you, not the best boxing ends a breakdown fights top 5 I've ever seen. That's new bullshit, and I've watching boxing for 40 years. I appreciate that, Craig. Boxing can't just be 2 hours in the gym. It's 24/7. Real shit, Jerry. Gotta live this shit, bro. Salute. Appreciate you. Duke, what's up? How you feel about fighters now and never getting the opportunity with the politics? Now that part I feel bad. I feel bad for the fighters because you know what I mean, it's like a big letdown. You've been training so hard, then you get into the business of boxing where you turn pro, and now you got guys, they call themselves playing it smart and not taking certain fights and giving guys opportunities. I think that part of boxing is fucked up. I think that part of boxing is fucked up for sure. I think that's watering down the game, and it's watering down the game because we're missing out on great fights, consistent great fights. We seeing guys in the ring on TV who look like they never really trained get fights with guys who are damn near world champions, and you're like, how the fuck did this even happen? You know what I mean? That shouldn't be happening. There's plenty of great fighters out here that deserve opportunities, and they should get them. And that's another thing. This sport is so crazy, If they don't see championship quality in you, then you won't become champion. And that's crazy to say that to somebody. It's crazy to say that because, man, fuck that. If I believe in myself and I feel like you shooting me down, it's not that. They will blackball you. If those are the words I'm looking for, they will blackball you. They will remove you from the ranks, like where you make it look like you disappear. You know what I mean? Like you never existed. That's what they'll do, especially if you're a dangerous guy. You know what I mean, especially if you're dangerous and you can get in the way of that money. I feel about fighters, but Floyd still coming back 5 hours later. That's the thing. They don't want to put the work in though. That's what makes me not want to let my kids box. Real shit. I mean, listen, learning how to fight, that's a beautiful thing. Learning how to hold your hands, defend yourself, that's a beautiful thing. I wouldn't take that from nobody, you know what I mean? But the part where you get all sunk in and you trying to pursue it and you don't understand what this is, that part could get you. That's the heartbreaker. Maybe for the discipline box. I don't. Yeah, real shit. Real shit. It definitely teach you a lot of discipline, and it teach you how to be humble, because if you're not prepared one day and you go in there, you spar, man, it could be a bad day for you. Hank, how do you think he will? I think Hank going to surprise a lot of people. And I'm saying that because not because I'm putting my touch on him, but I think Hank just his mindset. Hank mindset, man. You gotta understand, right? This will make Hank a great fighter. Some people will be like, great, he great, and he got this many losses. This will make Hank a great fighter. Hank in his mind really believe can't nobody beat him. And I'm not saying, oh, he ain't shit and a bunch of people could beat him. That's not what I'm saying. His level of confidence, his level of belief is through the roof. And that's what make Hank Lundy a great fighter. And that's why Hank able to come back and fight guys that's old enough to be his kids. You know what I'm saying? Hank 38, 39, about to fight a guy 23 years old. Hank got a kid that's like 20. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, you gotta have that type of drive, man. You gotta have that dog. Hank's not a boxer. Hank's is a fighter. Hank is a fighter. Cause Hank will fight any given day. You know what I mean? Real shit was good, G. What do you say to those experience the jump? I mean, with guys, when they up and coming and they get to that point, the only way to find out for a guy like Boots or anybody that's been at that level and they right there before that championship status, the only way to find out is to fight a champion. You can't keep putting them in there with contenders, because if they beating all the contenders up, then you gotta put them in there with a champion. The problem is now today is the fighters are not as active as back in the day. So you used to be able to keep those guys occupied. Now it's like he to the point like, man, I want to fight for the titles. You know what I mean? And do I think he ready? Yeah, I think he ready. He work hard every day. Do you ever see Hank was supposed to? I didn't think that was on TV. I didn't get to see that fight. I remember when Hank was training for the fight and went over there. Needs to be for money, power to get a valid offer. What needs to be for money, power to get a valid offer? I don't get what you asking me. Love what you do. You keep. I appreciate that. They've been avoiding Hank too. Hank, listen, when Hank on his shit, listen, Hank's style is not a style, for one. But his style is going to fuck with you. Cause he gonna switch, he throw awkward ass punches at awkward times, he make awkward movements, and guess what? The motherfucker's strong. Hank ain't the biggest puncher in the world. He ain't knocking everybody out, but the motherfucker's strong, bro. He's in great physical shape to be 38, 39 years old. Hank is in great shape. So that's where Hank, you know what I mean, he get his drive and he get his, he keep getting those chances because Hank, you know what I mean, Hank put that fucking work in. You gotta put that work in. Money Power middleweight hasn't had a good match in a while. I gotta check him out. I don't even know what it is. I'm sorry for being disrespectful. Caboose jump up and beat Charlo and Fundora. I mean, it's possible. He got the style to do it. We don't know, but we just haven't seen Boots in a rough fight yet. We don't know. We don't know what he gonna look like in a rough fight. That's the only thing that's sitting on people's minds about Boots. Watch you guys in the gym on YouTube. Try to mimic everything y'all do. I can't lie. Y'all the truth. I appreciate that, bro. Just add it to your style. The things your coach got you working on, just add it in. He talking about the kid money behind the kid. He has some skill. He got this way. How old is he though? How old is Money Power? Yeah, but you know what I mean? People, I'm just tired of people thinking they watch something and think they got it because they watched it. No, you gotta do this shit. You gotta practice this shit. You gotta really get in there, and then you gotta trust it. You gotta get in the ring and trust that shit, man. You gotta really like, you know what I'm saying? The things your coaches is asking you to do, you gotta go in there and really trust it. You can't go in there, you can't go in there, practice all this shit, and then get in the ring and then be like, oh shit, deer in headlights. You stuck now. Now you, nah, man. You gotta go in there confident, man. I'm gonna work on my shit today. That's what I used to tell myself, man. I'm gonna go in there and work on my shit today. Man, I mean, whatever my coach tell me to do, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in there. I mean, if you want me to jab all night, I'm gonna jab all night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Do you fight? What's your record? That's all. That's my thing. I just want people to stop. I just want people to stop thinking that this shit is overnight. It's definitely not overnight, man. If y'all listen to some of the true story, see that's another thing too. Fighters be getting on the joint and be lying. They don't be telling the whole truth. Like I heard a story. I ain't gonna say the name. I ain't gonna say the name, but it's a world champion. This a world champion. I heard a story where he lost in the national tournament, and his dad wouldn't let him eat all the way home, and the other fighters was like sneaking food. I heard a story like that. That's a true story. And he told me the story in front of his dad. So I know he wasn't lying. I know he wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? That's the stories and shit fighters go through that they don't never really talk about. And you know what I mean? People people just think this shit easy. This shit is not easy, man. It be horror stories with this shit. I remember trying to make 141 pounds in the national tournament, and I remember popping water pills like they was Skittles, bro. And I damn near pissed all of the fucking water out of my body, bro. And I was walking around lightheaded, like what the fuck? Like my whole body felt light. Like I didn't even feel. I felt like I didn't have no weight in my body. Like people don't people don't understand like the shit that fighters really go through with this shit, and they think it's easy, and it's not easy. Y'all talk highly on Boots, but act like the boy. I mean, somebody got to touch him. We can only go from what we see, and as of to date, I ain't seen nobody make him look bad, except every time they talk about Boots looking back, they go back to the amateurs. They always say Antoine Russell, which he was on Boots' ass, but Boots was giving it back. And if they was to fight now, Boots too big for him. That would be the excuse that they would make, and that's no disrespect to the Russells, but I'm talking about the people supporting them, and I support Gary Antoine Russell too. I like him, but if him and Boots was to fight right now, that would be the excuse. Boots too big. You know what I mean? You think fighters should social media manager, make YouTube videos to get themselves out there like UFC. But I think fighters could do that or should do that, but not until it's worth doing that. I don't think you should be doing that for a kid who might not even be boxing once he have once he have sex. Like once he run into some sex, he might not even box no more. I seen a lot of fighters go out like that too. I remember the damn sauna coming up. I can't even sit in there no more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People, motherfuckers sitting in the sauna for an hour, all this crazy shit just to lose weight, just so they can compete. You know what I mean? People don't understand that, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that share button. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. I appreciate that. But I made this. I wanted to come on here and talk about this because people don't understand, man. I remember I used to eat fucking granola bars for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro. Trying to make weight, bro. When I first tried it, and this was before people were sharing diet tips, and you got dietitians hanging out in the gym, strength and conditioning coaches hanging out in the gym. It wasn't none of that. It was you and your trainer. It was your team and your trainer. And I'm doing whatever I gotta do to make weight, bro. I'm eating boiled eggs without the yolk. I'm taking the yolk out, and I'm just eating the egg white. Boiled eggs. I'm eating 2, 3 of them for breakfast. You know what I mean? Water. You know what I mean? I'm running crazy miles. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically starving myself, just trying to make weight. You know what I mean? Doing it wrong, but I'm doing it because I want to fight. I want to compete. I want to get the best out of my body. What they telling me I gotta do to get the best out of my body. People don't understand that, and they come on here and they looking for instant respect and instant victory and instant everything. They want people to think they the greatest fighter around and they ain't been through nothing, man. Like yo, it's a lot of shit you go through with this shit, man. It's a lot of shit you go through with this shit. Why do fighters fight it? Because it's a such thing as your walk around weight and it's a such thing as your tear weight. Your walk around weight is your walk around weight because those are the times you eating normally, you eating regular. But then when you got to tear down, when you got to turn into that fucking dog, you got to get everything you can get out of your body. So based off your height, your frame, your shape, you know what I mean? A guy might be all right. He should be fighting at 140, or if he can make 140, fight at 140, or he should be fighting at 47, or he should be fighting at 130. It all depends on how you built. You know what I mean? It's getting in shape, but you can't. It's not getting in shape like a wrestler. You know what I mean? You're not trying to bulk up and get bigger because you need to be lean. You got to be quick. You know what I mean? You want your punches to come out sharp. You want to be able to throw a whole lot of punches. So you can't do built like a fucking football player. That's a different. And you're gonna be fighting bigger men. The wear and tear is crazy. I was a journalist, no pro or amateur, but I trained with them. I remember my forearms being almost numb from hours on the bag. Real shit, bro. Real shit. A French professional boxer in the country, he sparred Boots. He said that the rounds of sparring was longer in your gym than usual. Boots giving him hell in there. Yeah, the rounds be 4 minutes. What's good, my guy, Chess? Appreciate you, bro. Wagwan. What's poppin'? Is Earl a weight bully? I can't call him a weight bully. If he can still make 147, how can I call him a weight bully? That's the weight he fight at. If he making the weight, see what y'all don't understand is once he make the weight, then the motherfucker got 24 hours to rehydrate. So if he make the weight, how can I call him a weight bully? Because he be bigger than some guys. I can't call him a weight bully for that. Yo, Mel, what's poppin'? YSM Sports Media, man. Make sure y'all tap in. How do you feel about Tank versus Hector Garcia? Tank and Hector Garcia is going to be a great fight. I'm not sleeping on Hector Garcia. A lot of people going to sleep on him, but I'm not sleeping on him. You know what I mean? I feel like, listen, a lot of people coming into this game and they not understanding. For those who not in the game, go to your local gym and ask questions and sit around and I mean get to know these guys and really see what they go through before you start calling guys bums or he gonna get washed and all that. Go really witness the hard work. Go put some of the hard work in with them. Help them out. You know what I mean? This shit not easy, man. And people want it to be easy, and it's not. It's not. Everybody's not going to have a Mayweather story. Everybody's not going to make that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to be around that long. You know what I mean? People go through shit in real life, and people forget that with fighters. People forget that fighters are real people. You know what I mean? They kind of get carried away. We definitely in DC. Do you think about Earl moving down from starting his career at 154? And why don't they talk about that? Listen, Earl fighting. All right, so here's the thing. When you turn pro, you don't have to fight at the exact weight because it's not a title fight. The only time you got to make the exact weight is for a title fight. Earl was coming in at 150, 151, 152, 153. Yeah, he was fighting at, that's considered fighting at 54. Yeah, but getting the best out of his body, 147. You know what I mean? Chief, what up? I respect the lifestyle boxers and the listener. It takes almost spiritual. Real rap, bro. You gotta be dedicated to this shit, man. Real shit. Say less. What's the deal? Yeah, you can play basketball, soccer, can't play boxing. He fought at 152 in the amateurs, yeah, but when you think about it, we turning professional now, so now we're gonna take it up another notch. A lot of guys did that. Boots went up because 141, he was tearing down when he was in the amateurs. Boots could have fought at 52 too. Boots was big enough to fight at 52 too, but He was he was fighting at 41 and getting the best out of his body, almost became an Olympian, fell short. And here we are. Now he fighting 47. And they saying he too big at 47. So it's like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. You know what I mean? I was around the grade. Yeah, shout out to Devin Alexander. He's super disciplined growing up. I know it's hard as hell to be great. Watch my boy work growing up. Real shit. Devin Alexander was one of them guys, bro. Always in shape, tip-top shape, chopped up, ready to go. You know what I mean? And it wasn't easy. But if you try to speak about Devin Alexander, people will try to act like you don't know who you're talking about. But that's the motherfuckers who really not boxing fans. I mean, if you know Devin Alexander, you know he was a great fighter, bro. I mean, yeah, unrealistic projection. Exactly. Mayweather and Pacquiao. Yep, good to see both your channels grow. Appreciate that topic of discussion. No, we just talking about how people nowadays, like, they see boxing on TV and they think it's something easy, and they come in the gym and they just think they're gonna have their way with this game. That's not how it go, man. You gotta put serious fucking work in, man. And you gotta be focused, man. You almost gotta block the fucking world out. It's not even almost. That's what you gotta do. You gotta block the world out. Your friends, you gotta pretend you don't know them. Your girlfriend, you gotta pretend you don't know her. If you let her play on your mind, and you're gonna take those emotions in the ring with you. You know what I mean? You're gonna take those emotions in the gym with you. You can't allow those things to happen, man. You gotta be focused fucking with this game, man. This shit ain't no joke. I'm telling you. This shit ain't no joke, man. I think Munguia get washed by Charlo. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, Corey Spinks. I don't even want to see Munguia and Triple G. I see Munguia and Charlo. That's a better fight. Triple G, an old man. I don't want to see that. Munguia, young dog, man. He worked his way up, but I don't want to see him. Devin Alexander versus Wanya Ringo. That was his coming out party. Sneaked in the wild uppercut after he lost to Bradley. It's like he had a mental breakdown. He was never the same again. How you feel about Zepeda and Regis? That's gonna be a great fight. Boots will be a middleweight one day. I believe that. Zepeda and Regis is gonna be a great fight. Calling it now. Yeah, Devin Alexander was a great fighter, aqua fighter. I used to always want to box Devin Alexander. I want to box that motherfucker because he southpaw. He had a funny ass style. He had a real tight frame though, and the way he threw his punches was real awkward. But I always wanted to box Devin Alexander. I ain't never get the boxing. You know what I mean? People think this game easy though, bro. This shit not easy at all. You know what I mean? You gotta run when you don't feel like running. You gotta train when you don't feel like training. And then what you gonna do then? People make it. I watch people make excuses all the time. Gee, I gotta go to work. Gee, this, and they don't even be going to work. They be going to fuck home. Hey, gee, man, my girl, her dog's sick. What? Fuck that dog, man. What that dog gonna do for you? You know what I'm saying? People come up with all type of excuses not to come to the gym and not to work hard, man. This shit is no joke, man. No fucking joke. And people think it's a game, and that's where they gonna fuck up, thinking this shit is a game. You're gonna get your head cracked, underestimating people. It happen all the time. Real rap, fuck that dog, yo. Do I think Keyshawn? I think Keyshawn will be the next Keyshawn. I can't say he'll be the next Crawford. I don't know what's in the future for Keyshawn, but to me, he don't fight like Crawford. He not he a dog, but they different guys. I'm not even gonna say he not like Crawford because he not like Crawford. Rockmore Jr. got his shit cracked. Yeah, straight right hand was crazy. Rivera Martin. I got Frank Martin. And I got Frank Martin because I think when the times get tough, I think Frank Martin gonna understand and he gonna dig deep. And it's not that Michelle Rivera won't dig deep, but I don't think he'll be able to keep up once the fight pick up. Like once they really pick up and they start ripping to that body, shit like that. And I could be wrong, but it's something about Frank Martin that's telling me that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's like for certain. It's a 50-50 fight. I love that fight, but I'm picking Frank Martin. I think when the times get rough, Frank Martin gonna be built for it tough. Ha! Real shit. People think hey Garcia is sweet. Boots gonna get his time, trust me. Yeah, Rockman don't understand the heavyweight pace. That's what it is. He tried to do too much moving. Like you can't move when you a heavyweight. You can't be flying around the ring, and then the guy's still in front of you. Like it's a lot of he make a lot of unnecessary movements. You know what I mean? Hey, but listen, I'm gonna jump off of here. I'm gonna go fuck with Instagram again. You follow me on Greg Hack 86 on Instagram. I just wanted to talk my shit about people thinking the game's sweet. You know what I mean? This game is not easy. I just wanted to do a little half hour. Been on here for 30 minutes and 35 seconds. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm fucking with y'all. Fuck with me. Send me the DMs, man. I respond. I'm not somebody to act like I don't know people. I don't, like I'm too good to talk to people. I don't get into that. Like, share, subscribe my shit. You know what I mean? Holler at me. Any questions, send them in. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to answer them best I can. And if you got ideas on YouTube videos, let me know. I'll see what I can do. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.